Hello, guys. It's Mina. We're back with some more, the Great Ace Attorney. We're going to summate examine today. Yes. Okay. That was perfect. Anyways, with that being said, apparently I can't see point redeems on my own Twitch, so I have to have a second tab open just for that. That's great.
No.
Anyway, it's fine. Anyways, because Sony said so, I'll drink. Okay, let's just get going.
Hydration is important.
Yeah. We're just gonna gun battle with the three of us today.
We'll get through this.
Alright, we have to summate.
You're going to submit the examine.
Yeah. Sorry, Sony. You're gonna.
Alright. I have considered the defense counsel request for further summation examination of the jury. And I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure.
Blessed. Thank you, Santa.
So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman?
I guess I'll take him again. We are, my lord! Guess I'll take this dude again, goddammit.
Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you now to state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime.
Also, we might just not go as long today. It's been just need a bit of a little short day. It's fine. We'll just take 2 hours, see where we are.
We're just.
The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? That's 3 books of his. If there's some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider.
Even if the one was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it?
Dear me, it was only a little book, hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit. Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble.
Why don't they pay jurors? That makes us... I'm kidding.
Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago, gave me the sneezes. Achoo.
Achoo.
Yes. Considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course.
Mr. Go home! Let me go home, number 5 over here.
I want to go home. My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness testimony.
Taking back my chalice counter.
I won't throw it. I promise.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, if you really want me to throw it, I'm going to throw it at you. Yes, you know who you are.
Yes, you.
Yes, no.
You.
Yes, you. Yes, you. You.
You. No, he's me and I'm you.
Okay. Makes no goddamn sense. What? Huh?
I'm you.
None
He
you?
is me. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused in fleeing from the scene. And moreover, I almost said that I was the one from the scene. No one else was even at the second scene to commit the crime.
Sorry, he threw it.
Yep.
Sneak.
Well, oh yeah.
Santa.
Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it will seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see how it can be argued any other way.
That means, I'm afraid that during the summation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts. Again, I'm saying crossbow, knife.
Crossbow knife.
Crossbow knife. That's my theory. Is crossbow knife. Yeah, my opera stream is so good. Like, it says 0 viewers right now.
What?
Yeah,
It's 5.
yeah, I know. Like the other tab
Doing its
says,
best.
the other tab
Like-
says 5. That's why I have it open.
Like
I'm
the
not logged
counters,
in, but
the counters of those are really, unreliable, I would say.
yeah, yeah. But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here? I just think there's something.
Untangible token. Isn't it obvious? Who stopped the woman and how? Those 2 details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method, and who did it, and where they are, and at what hour it happened. And after a short
Who
amount
am
of
I?
quizzes, then you will determine.
And there I was thinking this might be hard. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise, this really will be where this trial ends. Oh, no pressure then. Okay.
Remember, it's not proving your client innocent. You must find guilty person.
Great.
It's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please. I presume you are prepared, counsel?
No. Oh, yes, my lord. Alright, Yunosuke, focus your mind now.
Slap.
Slap!
Double slap.
Double slap! He does the...
Yeah,
Uppercut.
he does like a...
yeah, there's like a recoil. It's like,
He's so cute. Yeah, he's like, boo! Ow.
Poo-poo. Oh, unconscious.
at
Clearly.
the end of the game, he just has bruises.
Yeah,
completely
his,
red
his,
cheeks.
his cheekies are all red. Clearly, the key to this summation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid. Or should I say, Mrs. Garadab?
That.
He's so shady. Yeah, she probably did, because he thinks out loud, this motherfucker. Okay. We have a book that disappeared from the Garadab's house on the evening of the incident. Sorry about that, I just had dinner. Still got the nummies. And the 4th book found in the victim's hand. There must be ways to link the 2. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far, whatever it takes. Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garadab and how she reacts, even to the things other people say. Okay, we got a Chotto her up there. I see.
Tomate.
Chotto!
Just let him take a seat back there.
Yeah,
Look
come
at
on!
him.
Just let him sit on the
I know. Oh my god, what's going on?
Gonna dunk his
Yeah.
head against the witness stand.
Yeah.
Oh, my Barbie, your life is the Barbie's job.
Dick just left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 books of his.
Why is he saying it again?
But as we now know, there were 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make?
4 is
it?
bigger than 3.
4's bigger than 3! There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs to defendant's landlord. Yes, that's the part I have a problem with. Sorry? Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, he said. That's not exactly how I put it, no. Well, anyway, point is, the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened. I think that's what you call a strong alibi. So it couldn't have been the landlord who did it. Which only leads to Nipponese fellow. I'm telling you! Fucking cross... Long distance! Honestly, I can't see what else this palaver's about. It's a done deal, isn't it?
Probably ninjas.
Purple is just really
Ninjas.
against us.
Yeah.
It's not happy with us.
Yeah, I suppose it is, since I've nothing really left to say. Chotto! Chotto matta! Chotto.
Prototyping.
I was just clicking Q. Okay. It's just like, because you can't, for some reason, you can't skip those. Only when you, like, go back can you skip, and I don't know why it's like that. So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean?
You
Oh
need to
my.
double click before you move.
Such delight on your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I'm a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman.
I'm sure you are.
You're one of those things.
The very last one.
Guess
Totally.
which one it is.
That's great. Amazing. Good for you, girl. If no one reads the morning papers, it's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So I read them in the first place. Come on. What? You see? Modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say?
That's why I don't
He
make
doesn't
my
like-
bed because I don't
It's
make
like,
my bed because it's gonna be messy. Again, the same night.
Why
so
make
what's the
your
point?
bed if you're just gonna use it again?
But yeah, we clean your dishes if they're gonna get dirty again.
Oh
Sheesh.
no, I have PTSD now.
And not at all extreme. Ah, as I see it, an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. So despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say? Overwhelmingly. But us modern gals always delighted to embrace new fads, you know? So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. I'd be happy to do that too, if only I could. Ha
So
ha!
it's one of those moments that he thinks, what am I even doing? What is my job?
Yeah. Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern and metropolitan young lady. Right. I'm glad you omitted rational there. Thank you.
I feel like this guy's voice changes every single time.
It's fine, just
'Cause I
voice
don't
him however.
remember it.
But what about the possibility that the window was open?
Well, about. But what about it? I mean, there's just no way it could have been.
How can you be so sure?
That prosecution fellow over there said earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. No one to imbibe that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see?
But you couldn't categorically state that the window wasn't open, could you?
It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it.
Then what's the point of even having windows, huh?
Counsel, you kindly refrain from childish bickering.
That is the
Okay.
definition of this. He's such a baby. Brings me back to the I hate doctors, they're scam artists! From the first case.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Somehow I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open. Because this young man isn't gonna budge otherwise. Okay. But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not?
Flames of love I have, you know.
There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb. I love that she tries to grab Juror 5, it's so funny.
He brought it upon himself. He's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree?
Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes. But I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Mrs. Garrideb.
Never you mind that. The point is, we're just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more.
Jovial.
And I won't have any more of this suggestion that I was anything whatsoever to do with this crime.
Right, well, we'll see about that. What about juror number 5? He doesn't seem to be turning a hair at Mrs. Garrideb's relentless onslaughts. It's almost as though he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is. Yeah, he doesn't, like, he could, like, smack her probably, but he doesn't. He just, like, whoop, whoop. Oh, whoops. Misclick. You just want to get this over with. How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here.
Well, him and me both then, like I said before.
This is just the same. What? It's the same conversation over again.
I told you already, I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some Reddies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the Thames tomorrow morning.
I actually think it's Thames. I know, right?
I know what I said.
What? Huh?
You heard me. My missus isn't one to mess about, you know. She can be fierce, believe you me.
Another shining example of marital bliss, then.
A situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, Do you know, it's funny, but I can't quite remember.
Sorry?
It was too frightening, that's the thing. I must have blocked it out.
Helpful. I wonder if Mr. Beak will ever be dragged into the Thames by his scarf. Don't even go there, Miss Settle.
Ah?
There must be some way to jog his memory about this. Oh, I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean
We need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, could have attacked a young woman in the street. This was how he or she could have done it. That was an interesting pause, Susie. Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary. I think you're gonna need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternate explanation. Yeah. I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions, just a connection might do the trick. Alright, we'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike. Okay. That's the spirit! Yeah, I forgot. Wait. Fuck you. You too. Goodbye. Goodbye. I just want to talk to him. No one else. Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant's culpability in this case?
Sorry, what's that? You'll have to speak up, lad.
Anyway, could you tell us more about that fire?
It was last winter. My grandchild baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. Had 75 candles on top, it did. What a sight to behold it was.
You put candles on a cake? Was it some kind of devil worship? Like, I like to think of how that's like... It's like not a universal phenomenon. Well, at least it wasn't.
Of course not. It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously.
It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Anyway, I mustered all day, all my puff to blow them out. Only I must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go out, but candles went flying all over the room. Furniture got and everything went up. Whole place filled with smoke.
Definitely sounds like devil worship to me! And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold, but how did you catch a cold from a fire?
What a fiasco it was. All the grandchildren blessed them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. And then, because the whole room had filled up with smoke, of course.
We opened the windows! Oh my
We
god.
had to open all the windows to clear it.
Oh my god, that is so shocking. Wow. The windows.
The biting winter air brushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave, it did.
Dang. The poor dude.
Got terrible cold from it. It put me in hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry.
I knew it was devil worship all along, but something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, that was not. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing this one and the last one? Unless, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah, they're
he's-
both talking about the windows, so.
These two juror statements clearly contradict one another.
Oh.
What?
Oh, they do? How exactly, Council?
Don't point at me again. I told you it wasn't me.
Of course, it's the two you boys. What a fucking coincidence.
What's that you say? Speak up, lad. Speak up.
Juror number 3. Do you see?
Oh, me? See what, sir?
Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter.
Well, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from fire, then you'd be mad not to open the... Oh! God damn it.
Exactly! Glad you caught on, my dude! On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Garrideb household. And Mr. Garrideb had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my hot...
Good.
Oh, wow.
Juror number 4, do you have something to say about that? It's very thirsty. Mrs. Garrideb!
Oh, dear me! What's the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding who I really am?
This is not relevant. It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is it?
When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon? What are you insinuating?
The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught on fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
And what if we did? All right then, yes, you're right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering.
Even though your house was on fire?
Oh, you never stop trying until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise.
I don't know if the logic stands, lady. Of course, I should have realized.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You've managed to establish that the window was open. We simply must have that added to Mrs. Garrideb's formal statement.
Okay. 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 Oh. that moment when... So the window was open when the Garridebs were arguing that day.
Yes, Mrs. Garrideb has finally admitted to it. Which is a very significant victory for the defense.
I feel like the fog's starting to clear and an alternative explanation to this case is starting to show itself. Yeah. This doesn't seem... Wait, are we saying to pit this one against juror number 2? Like, that's the only one I can think of. Because these two are already, so... Should we try it?
Yeah.
Let's just send them.
Sure. Or maybe
No,
we had to... Maybe we had to press them again.
Yeah, I'll
because
try
they
press.
did
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah. Let's just come on. Can I not? No, I can't. What? I'm gonna bring it up again. Okay, man, and there's no contradiction as I can say. Yeah, okay. Sorry. There was nothing whimsical about it. I was trying my best. Like, it was...
It's very important to like,
yeah, okay.
Thank you, Susie.
Okay, let's just press a new. Yo, Oscar. No, there were 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make? It's the same. No, this is the same. Okay, should we let's just try pressing the ones that actually have new statements. At the point when the victim was attacked on Briar Road, we know that there was a small house fire in the Gerda household on the opposite side of the street.
Well, it sort of seems that way. On account of the smoke, I imagine they would have had the windows wide open in spite of the cold.
Oh, she's moving. She's moving.
Yeah. We also know that
Yeah.
Mrs. Gerda was throwing flaming books at her husband. Her husband, who was backed into a corner by the window due to his wife's frenzied attack.
Yes, that's right.
Doing her best. Anyway.
So there's definitely a chance that one of the books could have flown past the man and out the window. Only
What?
I can't really see how it could have gone all the way over to the other side of the road, that's all.
Oh!
That's true.
That's very strange.
So I don't really see how I can change my decision, really.
But there's no way it's another book. Oh, I see. That wasn't enough? What is going to take it to persuade these people, man?
Man.
The fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same
I swear
title,
it
in
wasn't
fact,
me.
as the book that Mr. Garrett told us he had been reading.
Well, I really couldn't say.
Wish it had been Mr. Garrett, but in here would have helped. On the day in question, did you or did you not forward your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading?
I did.
What? You just admitted?
It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right.
Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset?
Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. At times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, and as well you know.
I really don't.
I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it.
Oh.
Oh no, it's a PTSD, no.
Yeah, he has PTSD. What is it, juror number 5?
You know something?
Oh wait, we can actually use it now? Wait, it's here?
No.
Mina Panic. It's here. Mina Panic is here. Yay! Love, love. I love you. I love you, Momo. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you and I think you're very swell.
And you can now use points, use channel points to buy stuff to Mina to do.
Yeah! We have channel points now. Woo!
I remember what it was. That memory blacked out. Oh no.
Ah!
It was listening to what his granny was saying. Brought it all floating back. We're calling Granny, you cheeky devil. It's Mr. Gary or the mate I have, you know.
The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time.
It was about 2 weeks ago now. Let's just go back home after work. Like, I put my hand in my pocket for the wages I earned that day, and I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to if you can't. I love you. Please just go.
Yeah, that's a real pain. Like that's
Yeah.
a big mood noise.
Also, these are long games. If you're gonna play it yourself, you better get started.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take a while. Oh dear,
Like 2
what a
years.
disaster.
You haven't heard the half of it, boy. Hey, boy.
Oh?
The wife was cutting up some chicken at the time.
Yeah, thank you, I love you, mama, see you.
Bye.
I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. Next thing I know, the blade was whistling past my ear, stuck into the wall next to me. It did, about an inch deep.
Holy shit. No words, just terror.
I could smell it then, you know, that god-awful stench of times. I was sure I was going to end up face down in the mud bank that night, I can tell you. No, that's a real disaster, isn't it?
I'll never use the word lightly again.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When women lost their rag, they throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it.
Me in Minecraft.
Mr. Naruhodo,
You mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined. No, you just beat people with your hands, Susie.
And so that to take them then.
Yeah. No, I wasn't thinking that.
throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. You beat them with your own hands! At least attack with honor! You Singapore or the like.
What? Attack? Who are you going to attack, Susie?
Never mind. Anyway, this man's that vampire over there. Anyway, this man's words can be rather significant, I think.
Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. And then she smiles at me. Oh, Susie. Okay. The kitchen knife really brought... Okay.
I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah, then she
A
threw a
knife.
knife too? Okay, I guess I'll talk to this guy. Did you change your statement from before?
Well, yes. It was one of my most memorable birthdays. You see, I couldn't let go unremembered.
I'm sure the defendant will be delighted that you're using his trial to explore your past. Normal again. And how's that memory related to the case exactly?
Sorry, what's that? He comes to speak up, I'm afraid.
Never mind, he's as deaf as a post when he wants to be. But actually, this old man's anecdote. And I just provide the alternative explanation I need to make my point to some of the other jurors. Okay.
This only counts on my birthday this year. Safer that way.
Well, kinda ruins the whole point.
Yes, Mrs. Garrett was finally admitted to. Okay. Now I'm okay, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
This one
can do it.
doesn't. Okay, maybe it's not her. Is it these two? I mean, I feel like it's gotta be her and someone. Unlit candles are so lit. Like, it's gotta be either these two or these two? Should I try these two?
Can we? Let me.
Okay, Argo, one hint. Is picking Garrett up correct here?
I
Okay,
think it's
can-
3 and 5.
Yeah, I think it's 3 and 5. Sure.
Can go back to 3 again.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I just need to. Okay. The window could have been open. The woman was throwing books. I mean, different possibility. Okay. And.
I guess it's these two. Then.
Oh.
Or what? Like, I don't see how, like, I guess they're related?
What Gary Depp was saying again?
And I've pressed all 3 of them, by the way. At least one.
Okay, I think you should do that because like
These two?
Because his niece is a possibility, but she confirms it was open.
Okay. Let's try that. No. Oh! Clearly contradict each other. Yeah. That is
So
incorrect.
it will be 5 or...
3 and 5? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. It's... I guess let's try this. No.
No. That is,
Great, I'm gonna die.
no, it's fine. Don't worry.
You guys are better fuck. Okay, then what now? 5 and 4? I don't know. Like, I really don't. I haven't a single clue now. Like, I hate this case so much. Anyway. Kidding.
that was out of the freaking... Are you saving?
Yes. I have
Okay,
2 lives left, Argo.
Okay. You press everything, right?
Yeah!
What the second one is? Wait.
Do you want me to press her too?
If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the... No, you don't need to. Just, yeah.
Oh, is it her in 5?
No, just I want to read them again because, like,
Let me check. Maybe
Okay.
2 and 5, yeah.
Yeah, I just want... What was the second... The lady was saying again?
If there was some novel
there was some-
alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Is it then that?
Okay, yeah,
and
that
What
makes
was
sense.
the last one? What
That
was the
and
last
hurling
one?
a knife.
A
last
woman in
one.
rage, I guess. Okay.
What was
Yeah,
the
it
last
is.
one?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine.
These 2 statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. I see. Okay, makes sense.
That's funny. Yeah, this is funny.
Good grief! You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at
That's
once.
not how it works. That's illegal.
Juror number 2. Do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my! Whatever do you mean? It's Charlie Brown court case. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very dumb. And when I'm dumb, I blame it on the game. An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back.
What are you talking about?
We've demonstrated that the 4th book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Garrideb's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Garrideb household to the street below. Argo.
Yeah, what's that now?
After all, Mrs. Garrideb could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4?
What you're insinuating? You let it be involved?
Oh, leave me alone. I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened. Now you listen here, you Sangala. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. He gives us yarn
whoa.
about some other object making its way out of the house, but what? What was it? Well, I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. What do you mean? Just a knife. Just present the knife. Like, hello, see this knife?
Don't bully you.
Quit being smarter than me, coward, Mina Seiya. Yeah. Mina does something wrong. Why would they do that to me?
Mina, when the game is just like, they don't know.
Yeah. I'm that. Is it Eric Andre, the one meme where he shoots someone and he's like, "Why would anyone do that?"
Yeah.
Me when
Yep.
me when I make a mistake. Why
Yep.
would anyone do that to me?
Why the game do that to me?
But I'm certain.
It's not fair. It's bullshit. I did not.
But I'm certain that at the very least this warrants further investigation. All right, Mr. Foreman. I'll try to explain the defense's theory.
If that's
The
even
other
your
object
real
that found its
name.
way from the Garrideb household to the scene of the crime was knife.
Moist?
Jackknife.
It was moist.
Jackknife.
Juror
Having
number
the 2 Ks is
4.
kind of funny.
Mrs. Garrideb.
Whoa, what now?
I must apologize in advance for this,
You
but
sus.
I need
no.
you to confirm something else for the court. Also, do you guys like the sub badges? Do you guys like those? This knife. Have you ever
They're
seen this
adorable.
knife before? Mina makes game get into car crash.
I can't.
Mina,
I
who
can't
would have
wait
crashed the game? Yeah.
I can't wait for a sub animation.
Ooh. Oh, I could wait. Yeah, I think. Do you guys want to see them? Then sub.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Wink. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I can't. Sorry.
It's okay. It's because right now I have to go on the other browser and I'm scared that I might overload the stream.
Yeah, just no. Yeah, just it's alright. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so we can preview it at another time, or if anybody subs, of course. All right, Sneak.
Judge.
Yeah, I always forget.
Yeah, that's
I know.
okay. That's why I'm
Also,
reminding.
What on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged into the victim's back, man.
Oh yes, it was. My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Garrett was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. You can't seriously believe that! The book was found in the victim's grasp!
You're saying that it flew out the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand?
What if someone dom scribes instead of self-scribes? That's a good question. I mean, if that's what they want to do. We're in the throes of an argument. Also, because she was throwing stuff. Heh! I know, right?
Oh, even my missus hasn't got aimed like that.
Yes, I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why. We must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my!
Oh!
Ah! Mrs. Garrett, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Yay.
Oh.
It
Oh no.
kind of cut out a bit there, and it was just on the screen. It's like,
Yeah.
My love.
I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madame. You don't have to thank her, but yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this
Oh,
coming,
that's
but god damn it.
that's nice of
Him
you.
of
Never
you.
saw it coming.
He just didn't. Even my missus just doesn't have a name like that. Juror 5 is tempting fate to give his wife a monster arm and become like Michael Jordan at the end of Space Jam with the stretchy arm. Oh god damn it. I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman!
I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny did it, mind.
Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either.
Let's
All
do it
together now, ladies and gents! Okay, go.
Smash that like button.
Is it more like lady and gents?
not guilty.
No.
Not guilty.
We did it!
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
So, as a result of the defense summation examination, number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors call guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided, and this trial will continue.
I think what Juror Miss is one disappointed prosecutor in this.
Order.
Or Dar.
I have a chalice.
Order.
Don't tempt me.
Alright, don't worry, I have my list ready.
Now then, Lorban seeks. How does the prosecution wish to proceed?
Yeah, the chalice is back. Please throw it.
That ice cube always seems so weird to me.
This trial is rapidly descending into farce.
What seems weird?
But is it Isn't it? I'm not sure. The thing I saw was inside his cup.
Yes. What about it?
Anyways,
It's blood.
I don't know.
Oh, he actually drank from it.
Okay, you can throw it now. I
Like
won't
a
be
corpse
mad.
wine. The first few sips are bitter enough.
Order! Yeah! That's 9.
Was that 6?
He's-
What
Oh,
follows is so
9,
repugnant,
damn.
it's good for nothing save
He's done
together.
it a lot in this trial. Like,
Because the jury is just bunch of nincompoops.
if I may, Lord Brinseeks,
No.
the defendants just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened.
Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond, but let me start by insisting.
Confirmation Van Six loves corks. Okay.
That you must all
Yeah, he
familiarize
does.
yourself better with the relative position of those places being discussed.
I feel like there's some tomfoolery going on here. What do you mean by that? What's the angle this time? God damn it.
This is my secret weapon, it's updated autopsy report.
Updated autopsy report. Da 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 da.
It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Garrett household runs a rather wide street, Brewery Road. Which means that the distance from the Garrett's house to the scene is some, yes, 15 yards.
Let me see. 15 yards. That's around 14 meters.
14 meters. Oh, that's a little farther than I'd imagined.
And as you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, rightly noted as having portentous significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book, wantonly hurled by a lady of the house, traveled some 15 yards to land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb.
What do you mean? Isn't it more likely that it dropped before? And then she
I'm
picked
speaking
it?
now.
No.
No.
Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend?
No.
And did the jackknife follow a near identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back?
I don't know.
This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think. Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots.
Man, you are calling out your own game, my dude. You are in this game.
No. What game? Is this a game to you?
There's nothing I can say to that.
That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice.
Excuse me?
Well, it is quite sexy, Susie. You have to admit. Mr. Sato.
Did you just say you don't like my voice?
Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he?
Oh no, a
maybe
fan
let's-
girl.
Does the
Maybe
issue
not-
come?
Yeah, that's
We have a
that's,
fan girl on the side. Here, bailiff.
That man seeks. This is my secret weapon, the Triangle of Doom. It is made out of evidence, the jury, and lastly my reasoning. Ryunosuke, so that's this angle. Maybe let's pick our battles here.
My lord, would I be allowed to speak?
As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense. Yes. Go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy, but what the defense has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. To that end, juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garrideb, must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination.
Saints alive!
Mina, you're calling out your own game, man. Six. Do you think people dying is a game? Victim, I'm not dead! That's so good.
A cross-examination of a juror?
It's okay, Sony just needs some time to remember his voice.
Remember, he's a judge.
I just forget that I'm the judge.
Yeah.
Order!
I don't think the missus has
Wow,
ever
this is
submitted to
highly
anything
irregular.
ever. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright.
It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand.
Oh, that's another one. That's a 10.
Boop.
And unnecessary.
Lord Ben seeks.
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony defense may further cross-examine. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth to in it, then both a burning book and jackknife must have flown through the sky before the couple's eyes. And you must assume they would be able to testify accordingly. Punch, punch, neutral punch.
Punch, 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 punch.
Hmm.
Deki, deki, deki desu ka?
すごいですね。
Oh,
Oh,
Gus. Shut up.
What say
Oh,
you,
Jupiter.
witnesses? Ugh.
I'm gonna go after you guys, I swear to God. I'm gonna find you.
Yes, sir. Constable Raby reporting for duty, sir.
Ah! He woke up. Co-op punch up.
Well,
He's playing punch up with her husband. Yeah. I love her.
well.
Well.
Good morning, officer.
I hope he got a good nap.
Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for months.
My stream
What
died.
happened? No.
Stream
oh,
died. Ah. Oh well. Please come
Oh.
back. Yeah, it died. I'm so
Bitch.
sorry.
Yeah.
Ah.
Twitch.
Is it back?
Back. He's back.
It's back. It seems. Yeah, it's back. It seems.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back.
Okay.
I reloaded and it's back.
Yeah, it might be split into 2 videos then.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. Yeah, it's fine.
The recording is fine. Okay, it still says recording.
If you need to connect it later, I can do it. So.
Yeah, okay. I will just move some things around just to make sure that it wasn't that. We'll move that over there. And I think I will move you all the way over here. Maybe you should be more like
How
here.
can you just do that like that? Just like it's nothing.
I know, right? Sorry about the death there. I think it probably like okay, it's fine. It's fine. 2
Yeah, it's
videos are
fine.
fine. It's fine. Like first half, second half. It still has the same title and
You're Mina
everything.
Seiya and you're fine. Repeat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I had like a heart attack. Like I just realized that my finger said stopping streaming. And I was like, what? Did I click on it? I don't know. Anyways, you guys can read out again. Don't
I
worry
haven't
about it.
slept for months on account of villain who's appeared on my beat, sir.
Oh, they are so heroic, these London Barbies.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more.
I can't.
Oh, Rolly, my hero, you're making me swoon.
Very well. I hereby reject the offense request
Oh,
and order the witnesses in the stand to testify again.
Alright.
State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if you can splice videos together in Twitch. I don't think you can.
I don't think so. That's why I'm saying, like, if you need them for later, then I can just.
Yeah, I would appreciate that just for the VOD.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. or Mrs. Garden. Believe me, a London Bobby is a good for his word.
Yeah, it seems that stream elements even registered it as stopping.
You see, sir, the windows on top floor of the garden house are
It
top
happens
inch
sometimes.
casements.
Yeah. I think I might have accidentally clicked on stop streaming.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out the window, we would have seen it.
I wonder if there's a way to get that button to like ask for a second confirmation. Just in case you click it on accident. I wonder.
I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rolly was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
Take my eyes off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
Well, this is quite startling. Top hinge casement windows.
That detail was not in the police report, Constable. Ah, yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy. You cannot excuse your sin with drowsiness every time, Constable.
Don't be such a meanie weenie.
No, sir.
Sorry, but
Oh, there you go. That's a stupid question incoming.
shut up. What exactly is a top-hinged casement window?
I knew it.
Fuck is a window?
The fuck is a window, my dude?
You have windows? And you. You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend. Oh, yeah, I should say unlearned. Unlearned.
Oh, sorry, give me a sec.
You okay?
I just need to do a little thing here. Do you have to use the brackets, I wonder? Okay, there we go. Just wanted to make sure, because I'm pretty sure if two accounts with a nice, it's fine. Anyway. No! Of course, sorry.
I found it, Mr. Naruhodo. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's room.
Alright, I'll try. Whoosh. That's a rather perfect memory.
So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house.
That's okay.
But as it's top-hinged, it's a top-hinged casement window. It swings open along the upper edge, you see.
I'm glad you rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents it opening. This is all news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down onto the pavement below.
That's very convenient for knife trajectory, isn't it? No! Well, that's perfect! Now we just need to...
You see the problem then? Good, your education in Windows is complete.
But I prefer Linux.
Resume, other skills. I know Windows.
I know what a Windows is.
Naruhodo-san, you can erase the S.
Oh, right.
There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered. Something we discounted already.
That can't be. Okay, poor guy.
Do you see that, Rolly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he tumbled before me.
Oh, Rolly, you're so strong.
Yes.
What's going on? What's wrong with you?
What's this happening? I haven't even
You've made
started
a
the
mistake.
cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed. How could this happen? Okay.
I made my console. If you could drag your
What the-
Face grind.
Come on, let me... T. No? Why can I do that? Why can I not do that? T. There we go. Sorry.
Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again, the court awaits your cross-examination.
Alright, I don't need to... C. Come on. No? No? Yeah. Oh, good. My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation. Sometimes it clicks even when I'm out of the window, and sometimes it won't let me click even in the window. Thank you, Ace Attorney. Okay, let's just mata all of this shit. Mata! Okay, how can you say that for certain?
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all of us policemen of our sworn duty.
Is it in my court record yet?
No, yet. You're too
I
fast.
want it!
No, it's mine.
He showed us before, didn't he?
Did he? I can't say I remember. I do! I want it! Give it to me!
Patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of common man. It's what the job's all about. And that is why I can't stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you Bobby's good for his word. Why, rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly, sir?
Oh, Rowley, you're so manly.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia.
I don't like it when you change the voice.
Oh,
Oh, Rowley.
pain.
No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garridab?
Ah, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir.
Yes, well, so could you answer the question? That was a waste of time then, right?
Absolutely, sir. I will answer to the fullest of my abilities, sir. There's a surprising reason why Miss and Mrs. Garridab's domestic dispute can be related to this case.
Uh-huh.
But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand that the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London's bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles.
I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here.
So the end of the end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant car for you per usual.
Yes!
But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Thank you, I'll try. Give it to me, give it to me. Yes! Give it to me. Mina's a court gremlin, she likes collecting shit.
This speckle of dust on this
By
warrant
which you
car
mean they
proves we
don't
are
open
guilty.
fully, is that correct? Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I wanna look at it. Look, give it to me.
Give it.
Okay, item number 1. A policeman will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. Item number 2. A patrolling officer is expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the furtherance of community relations.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
The court record gremlins infestation, I
Okay,
remember those
item
times.
number 1. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Okay. Some interesting info.
Yes, sir.
They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm confused. I was confused.
They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house. Sorry, my voice changed for a second. So there's restricted as to how much they open. And therefore, anything thrown out of the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark on the map.
Another mark on the map.
Another
There,
map on the mark.
Perfect X. This is perfect X, right?
Sure, it looks
Right.
fine. It doesn't
Nice.
measure up to Nieri's spiral though.
God damn it. Here's the
I
location where
imagine-
the object would have fallen.
Nieri
The
spiral.
color doesn't match up, but just imagine that he just like put his fingers in the wine and just like cross it with it.
Yeah. Let me draw a spiral
you
too. No, that wasn't a pretty spiral.
Spirals are hard.
Yeah,
That wasn't a Nieri spiral.
like try doing just a
Especially,
circle.
especially starting from the outside of it.
Yes, directly opposite the scene of the crime on the other side of the rather wide road.
Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top hinge casement thing before? I feel like he did.
Common knowledge.
Someone did.
Nipponies.
Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
And what will I be, sir?
How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's house is furnished with?
Ah, well, sir. That's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Oh.
She's so cute.
Patricia really is cute. Look at
I
her.
know.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's just brimming with
Love. Do
like, yeah.
you have something to add, Mrs. Pete?
Sorry.
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we're just so lucky that it didn't happen on Rolly Speed. It was so close, you see.
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Oh yes, that's right, Briar Road. That's the boundary between Rolly Speed and the next one.
I'm starting to see a picture here.
Isn't that right, my love?
Oh.
Constable Beat.
What? Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of Gardev household yesterday.
I see.
Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
That really was cutting it close then.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. If the Garrett's household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
Side Mr. Gardev's house?
Cutting it close with a knife. Ha!
Yes, ma'am. The pavement on the side of the road is part of my beat.
I see. I saw it before. I said that before I saw it. I was unaware of
Yes,
that.
sir.
Just think, if they were having an attack just on the other side of Briar Road,
You're setting this up, girl!
we would never have been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary.
Oh my god, I
Thank
wonder.
God that didn't happen. No, sir. Ever.
Like, they're really setting it up for this being the truth, because that would also explain the knife then, right?
I mean, it'd be awful if it had been, and then someone moved it over there.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder who that
Trisha.
could have been. I know it would never be my husband. He wouldn't do something like that.
I have a bad feeling
That's the
about
life
this.
of a Bobby, after all.
I swear to God, she's just like. I feel like if anyone did it, it was probably him. In that case, didn't she say she ran away to get the constable?
Yeah, she went to the police box.
So he had the opportunity to do it.
Extraordinary people, or Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners.
Ooh. Sorry, I needed a little snack. Mum.
How dare you?
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work.
A Rolly's way of getting a day off.
How dare you eat in the courtroom?
You drank in the
Rolly.
courtroom. Shut the fuck up.
Don't you think so, my darling?
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
Oh, the way he doesn't react. He doesn't do the whole thing of looking at her.
No. She'll see through the lies. I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
As soon as you're done snacking.
Nakus?
Now it's my turn, I think.
Where is it?
Susato eating snacks from her sleeves.
Yeah, east side, I guess that's what we added. So that means that this is not his beat and this is.
Yeah.
That basically explains fucking everything.
What do you mean beat?
He just wanted to go for a nice meal with his
Yeah,
wife.
like they see me loving, they see me rolling. They think I'm too tired and weak.
God, I hate it.
Yeah,
Stop.
like it's not that I don't sympathize with him, but also like that's a crime, my dude.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
and also you're fucking
It's only a crime if
literally
somebody
ruining a
knows.
man's life in prison.
Yeah.
Who's already had it bad enough.
Mhm.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out the window, we would have seen it.
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Rowley and I were strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for a lucky star. Even
His
though it
only
was
crime
foggy.
is loving his wife too much. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't like. I feel for
The
him.
wife guy.
Yeah.
He's a real wife guy.
Yeah, like I feel. It's not that I don't feel for him, but also don't do something like this. Sorry.
You monster!
A star that would guide us to eternal happiness.
Can I guide you to answer the question?
If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star.
But I feel like, I mean, then that's not what happened. It fell on the window pane and down onto the pavement, and then she picked it up after it had stopped flaming, right? So.
Yeah.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it.
But how the fuck do we prove that?
Let Rowley be an inspector, I would have said, 3 times at least.
Oh.
Of course, what with the smoke and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars. In short, are you trying to say that neither the book nor a knife crossed the sky before you?
Was there smog way back there also?
Does him
Damn.
committing
Yes,
a crime so he
sir.
can go on a dinner with his wife count as him simping? I mean, no, because they're
That is
married.
correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir.
It certainly seems like they're telling the truth.
And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help him.
These two are probably some of my favorite, like, one-off witnesses.
Yeah, they're very sweet. I like them. Like, they're cute. Like, I feel bad for them.
Mhm.
Yes, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer. Is that right?
That's right, yes. If it had been on Rowley's feet, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
What's with that, my love? You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So Rowley told me the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Yes, these two characters are great one-off characters. Haha.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your
Ugh.
terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rowley.
That voice you do is so disgusting somehow when it's like coming out of him. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know why it
please.
bothers me so much.
It really does.
So I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes.
It would be. It feels like you're Van Zeke saying those things,
Perfect.
and that's disgusting to me.
Oh, wow.
But like I said, my Rowley was sing the whole time.
Who said my
making
voice
sure
is
nothing
disgusting? Who
was
said it?
disturbed.
It's just disgusting when it's saying nice things.
I hate you.
I love the way you wander aimlessly, girl. Yeah, basically.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true puppy is never really off duty, sir.
Nothing to report.
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never look away for a second.
That's a lie.
No, it's not. No one else approached the scene and nothing
Okay.
was removed from it.
No, but like, Wasn't she saying in the previous testimony that she found him sleeping in the snow when she came back?
I don't care, prove it. I can search the ones that are, sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
This burnt copy of The Lion's Pride was originally in the Garudeb household, so the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? Or that just happened to be burnt as well?
Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hands from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. It's the two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them.
Can I ask you something? Please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
Silly Runuskas, everyone who reads a book knows sometimes the books can fly off the shelves, so why wouldn't they just fly out the room? True. What? I wasn't really, what's she doing?
Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
God damn it, I'm the one who's been treated like shit today, and yeah, now I get this.
You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but a woman of my word I am.
I don't think she knows about what he did. I really don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Of course I will. Incriminate
Yes,
yourself
speak.
further.
I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
That was a very loud mutter.
I heard that. That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, that you see.
Oh,
Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my rollie won't.
Duly
He's gonna
noted,
shoot
Mrs.
you to
Beat.
death.
Duly noted, Mrs. Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder?
Okay.
I don't know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction is a little off at times, though.
Pat, are we in a pirate game? No, why, Pat? Then why do you keep pressing X to doubt? Mrs. Beat,
That's
nobody is
awful.
questioning what you've told us.
I saw it, I did. That evening, I saw it clearly. A little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene.
Whiskers.
Okay.
And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction?
Oh, yes. Well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I pay arrangement to meet Rolly. He gets ever so
Oh.
cross.
migraines, no.
Constable Beat, is there a problem?
Shemashing.
Wouldn't call an actual full mustache whiskers worth a piece was, yeah.
No, sir, no problem, sir.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same time thing happened that evening is all.
You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way? On the night of the incident?
Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over mine. But she was gone for a bit longer than I was expecting. That should be back inside 10 minutes. But my darling was gone good 15.
Oh, Froley, you're such a tease.
I don't like reading that.
But the reason it was so long was because of the bouquets, eh?
The bouquet.
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present from our wedding anniversary. Really so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and halfpennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Yes, how romantic.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling?
Yeah, yes.
That was a weird reaction. Ah! Wait, what?
That was just between us.
Oh, shit.
Not talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise.
Really? Oh,
What was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Nutterhole. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Mrs. Beat about the bouquet.
Mrs. Beat, this bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please.
really? Yes, I love to.
Rolly should call Pat his sleep because he desperately needs her. Yeah. Van Six is not amused.
What happened was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
You mean you dropped a bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over, I saw it was a woman with a knife in her back. I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where his rear legs weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice that first.
And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on.
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but if anything it was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
In case you might reminding, Mr. Beat, the victim is not deceased.
We've all needed reminding of that today, let's be honest.
I was so flustered for a moment when I heard the voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Your husband, presumably.
That's right! Silly me, I got over to the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, okay, that bouquet is gonna be your smoking gun in it.
Silly me! It really felt like the streets had changed or something. I'm so clumsy. Get lost so easily. I could have sworn it was on the other side.
An inside voice.
Although I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think of how I got there. I really can't.
You just dropped it.
Rolled over.
Just rolled over. I didn't know when I dropped things that I threw them so far. So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite. I think you have that one upside down, do you? It wasn't the bouquet that moved.
It was the entire street that rotated.
Oh
Entire
god!
London.
Curious
London just
indeed.
flipped.
Yeah.
It mirrored itself.
Yeah.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick up the bouquet up again when we left the scene.
She dropped the bouquet because the victim was already pushing up Daisy, so it felt appropriate.
That beautiful rose Rolly bought me, with that change from the gutters he spent so long collecting.
Oh.
By bouquet. Do you perhaps mean this sorry solitary rose?
Don't be such a bitch! Oh my god, you are fired, Van Siegs.
Excuse me?
You're fired. Anyway.
You're not my boss.
Oh, that's no.
Well, you're fired from life, my dude.
I don't care anyway.
Oh, yes, that's it. That's a bouquet lollipop for me for our anniversary without bits of change he found in the gutter.
Maybe just call it a rose. I mean, if you call one flower a bouquet, I think calling it sorry is appropriate. Also, the implication is it ain't high quality rose. I mean, come on.
Flower by 6. Where did you come buy the flower?
It was all
It
he
just
could
seems
afford.
so sweet. It makes me feel so bad.
Yeah.
According to the report by police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation,
Is it gonna be another dot on the map?
it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Gary Depp household.
Another dot on the map, please? In front of the
I
carrot.
can do crosses, don't worry. Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare.
It's like
Thoroughfare.
being offended someone says you should feel bad for calling out someone getting married with ring pops. Why would you call something like that out? I don't get that. If people get married with ring pops, isn't it their business? I don't see that as like...
Yeah, I
Why
just
is-
hope they eat them. I
Yeah.
hope they just don't leave it like that. and just
I hope they
fill
eat
with
them
bugs.
afterwards. But like, I don't know. I don't understand why we have to why we have to why we have to say that sort of like love comes at some sort of monetary value. Like, okay, this is a singular rose that might have not have cost that much, but he clearly went through a lot to get it. So I mean, isn't
Yeah.
that what's worth the most in the end?
He's trying his best. He
But that's
barely gets paid anything.
yeah, like I don't know. That's just my view on the thing. Like I think it's very, very sweet of him that he gave his wife that little flower, even if it's
Me too.
like I don't know. Like I guess I also just like feel that way. It's just sort of like if someone was like, hey, I got you this bun because I was thinking of you. Do you want to
Like,
eat
do you
it? I would be
see,
extremely
like-
happy. Like I don't care. You know?
Oh, like, even look at their clothes. They're all like patchy.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. Like I would think that just buying this rose would be like a
And
lot.
I'm
for them.
guessing, Patricia doesn't work apparently.
Yeah,
So it's just yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, sweet. I like them. I like
Yeah.
them a lot.
Yeah, you did read those, right?
Yes, a long time ago, but I was waiting for gallery debate to end.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Could I have it back now, please?
Ted is
No.
working her man like a robot. She's not allowed to work. Come on, you know what kind of society this is. The people working her man like a robot. The reason she's had to hold him up is because he's not awake. He's sleeping.
Ah,
No, I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court record as evidence. Oh, but it's a symbol of our love.
You can have it back after.
give me all your love.
That's a cute little rose.
Oh, do you think? Oh my God, do you think it has a fish and chips in it?
She takes being a supportive wife to a new level because without her he'd literally fall over, basically. An English rose? Such a beautiful flower. Oh, this is a rose, is it? I've never seen one before. Do you not take an interest in flowers, Mr. Naruhodo? I wouldn't say that exactly. But I do know 3 types at least. Gosh, 3? Yes, plum blossom, peach blossom, and cherry blossom. Cute.
Nice.
Food! Food!
Perhaps you should consider branching out, learning some that aren't fruit tree based, for example.
You're such a himbo. It's very stylish paper the flower's wrapped in, isn't it?
It's just an old newspaper, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I suppose it's because I'm not used to seeing English print. Looks so exotic to me.
Ah, I see.
Aren't you an English student? Is something wrong?
Oh, no. I was just thinking that if you wrapped a stone-baked sweet potato in English newspaper, it might look like some sort of fancy cake.
Ah, Sasato-san, you do love your cakes. These two are so... Look at that. Woo! Gave it a nice spin. Look at that. It's a pretty little rose.
It's 3D.
It's 3D.
I want it back after the trial. You hear me? I want it back.
Good grief! Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget, Mrs. Bate.
Seeing something in the school environment is very different than experiencing it in the world. Yeah, I guess, but still, wouldn't he have read English print? Just a thought.
What is English?
I could understand if he was like, oh my god, London seems so exotic to me because I've never been here before. Okay, fair. But like, has he not read an English book in his life? As an English student?
There's a big assumption there.
Nothing to... Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I think we can present the bouquet at the thing that was nothing to report. Because he should have seen, right? He should have
Yeah.
seen it going over the thing.
Yeah.
Going to the other side if that really did happen.
Well now, Mr. Nettle, what do you make of all this?
Yes. The whole idea of an invisible attacker has been troubling me all along. But I believe I'm starting to get a picture of what really happened here now. The fourth book that had no business being at the scene of the crime made me sure that Mrs. Garrideb was hiding something from us. But it's becoming increasingly clear that someone else has been hiding something from us as well. I think I may already be armed with everything I need to strike a decisive blow here. This time, I'm going to expose the whole truth about this mysterious affair. Yeah, let's do that. But of course, not before the most confident of saves.
Yes, most.
That's a good call. That's a lot of saves.
Leave me alone.
Be safe.
I'm not. It's fine. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't want another victim in this card.
Yeah, let's try presenting the... Expose them! Should we try presenting the roast then? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
okay. Yeah, seems like it. You claim, Constable Beat. There was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes regarding the scene. But that cannot be.
Oh.
What do you mean to say?
In your testimony just now, Mrs. Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime with the policeman assigned to that beat, the bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby.
Yes, on the opposite side of Bray Road, to where the victim was attacked. Considering the size of that meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described.
Leave it alone, dude. You've had your tea, now go away.
No doubt it was blown in the wind across the street, back into the gutter where it belongs.
Mika?
But if that were the case, why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact?
No one was approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. Constable Beat swore that on Scotland Yard's honour.
But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. That's why you really didn't mention it, I'm sure.
No, because sadly, it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. More than one thing in this case is mysteriously the wrong way round.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Besides Mrs. Beat's bouquet, there's Mr. Garrideb's book. Mr. Garrideb's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out of the window by his wife, would have struck the pane on the casement window and landed here on the west side of the street. And yet, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Mrs. Beat's bouquet should have been dropped here at the scene of the crime on the east side of the street. But in fact, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in front of Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house. There's no logical explanation for those things. Unless somebody deliberately moved them.
What are you trying to say? The way you're talking, it sounds like you think my role has done something wrong.
You listen to a word. We learning about books and the kids. Why should we care? It's nitpicking, that's what it is.
Oh good. Mrs. Garrett's come round. You might call it nitpicking, Mrs. Garrett. But deliberately meddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called,
Tampering, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh! But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it, for a very subtle but compelling reason.
Tampering. You've barely heard the term before. Tell us, my learned friend. Who would possibly have the cause to carry on such elaborate deception?
Yes, there is someone who tampered with the scene of the crime that evening. All the evidence and all the testimony points to that one particular person. I'm sorry, Rowley.
It was Miss Garrideb.
Totally.
I hope they give you a soft sentence.
Yeah.
No,
man.
it was Miss Garrideb. There is nothing wrong here.
Snee.
Council, yeah, fuck. Council.
No,
I
there is
must
no
demand
time
you
for that.
substantiate this conjecture.
It was me! I just really like books, Yunosuke. I'm sorry, Rowley.
Hey, Pat.
Sorry. They're only... What? They're... She's... Oh my god. He's the same age as you. And she's younger.
They're so...
She's
so
younger than
young.
me.
She got married at 20,
Yeah.
and him at 22. That's so young.
No, not 10.
Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. Constable Rowley Beat, it was you.
What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard?
What nonsense! Why would you my Rowley do something like that? There's no one straighter than my husband!
Why did this happen to me?
Nobody works more tirelessly for the people of London. You hear me?
Mrs. Beat. Bruh! Yeah, no, right. You said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to fetch the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it.
You're making it up! It's all nonsense! It's all lies! What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him! He did it!
But you just said he ran away!
Why would he do it anyways?
If that was true, Constable Beat would have seen him do it, I know, right?
Oh,
And forgive me for pointing it out, but when you dropped your bouquet, Mrs. B, it was after the defendant had fled the scene.
well,
First you make accusation about the landlord and his wife. And now you incriminate a policeman as well.
Well, if they did it, I can't help it.
But your accusation lack one very important thing.
No one is straighter than my husband. With all the tugging you've done, I doubt his spine is straight anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Ah!
You claim the crime scene was tampered with. But is only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime, to hide something.
that's right! He's right! But my husband and I just happened to be there, that's all. So if we have anything to hide, doesn't make sense.
You've offered no motive for this alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusation are nothing but empty threats.
Well, glad I got that police thingy doodle from him.
Can I get it back?
No.
Sorry,
too late. Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. It's the key to this entire affair.
Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery?
Can't invoke Kipsis track. No Kipsis.
Counsel, you have made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged.
Yeah, Time to literally throw the book at Rolly, basically.
With a stark warning in mind, we will now explain to the court the motive of this alleged tampering.
Yes, my lord. Ooh. Constable B's motives for tampering with the crime scene was to hide where the victim fell.
Mm-hmm.
Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this Bobby had to cover up at all costs.
What?
Where the victim fell? You mean when she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Rye Road. We saw it happen, remember?
Yeah, but on which
is a roller
side?
coaster.
It was right here, as if anyone didn't already know.
That's certainly what everybody has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all.
What?
What? Bitch, what? Okay, let's go.
What?
What?
Mate?
I'm beginning to wonder whether this tumultuous trial will end the council.
If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponese friend. Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening?
Here.
No, you cannot do that. No, that's illegal. No. This is taken. This field is taken. No!
Literally, what, mate?
Yeah, I
But
know
that's-
that. I already took that field, my lord. You cannot point there.
That's my spot.
Nuh-uh.
I said.
I know.
On the opposite side of the road they took, that you cannot point to.
I don't understand.
On the evening in question, Mr. Garrett's book fell directly down from the open window above. And your bouquet, Mrs. Beat, never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself.
He moved the entire
Good
land.
gracious!
Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. These witnesses both saw the moment of the attack took place.
That's right. I saw it with my own eyes.
It was 5 o'clock in the evening and already dark. There was the typical London fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road.
No, that's not true. It can't have been.
Constable Beat then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in this print, the victim herself, the 4 books. He moved everything, in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road.
Extraordinary!
But the constable overlooked one thing.
What? What did he overlook?
The bouquet, I presume.
Exactly.
The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Van Sieg said it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light.
Yes, couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously.
You know, some men claim they will move heaven and earth for the sake of their loved ones, but Rolly actually did it. Truly. Truly. Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road.
Mm,
And that is the defense's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond? Constable Rolly Beat.
Well, I'm very sorry. I didn't meet to nod off again. I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important?
Oh, Riley. It isn't true, is it? What the lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know this because you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know.
Oh,
I had a dream. A terrible dream. All the things I did that night. Everything. Come out. Everything exposed.
What? Oh. Menzies is like, God damn it.
Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all.
Good golly!
You needed a new phrase for that one.
order! Order! What on earth is the meaning of this?
Oh,
Oh, Rolly, why? Why would you do something like this? Moving at corpses is a criminal offense, isn't it?
She's not dead! My god. She's alive. Don't worry about it. Wishing the victim dead should be one too.
Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London Town. London Town?
London town.
I can't say so.
What?
I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation, for everything.
I have a passable explanation.
God damn it.
For why, on that particular evening, Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason.
What? How could you possibly know? You're a foreigner, presuming to understand the might of the Scotland Yard policeman.
No, Menzies, I have this special ability. It's called looking at the evidence.
That's illegal.
The victim
Yet
isn't
Lower
dead,
Six.
me yeah game. Stop beating a dead horse or a not dead horse. Yeah.
It
Pretty-
is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far.
It's like, God damn it.
Damn it. My lord, you're supposed to be on my side.
How dare you say things that are entirely correct?
I believe it will be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory.
I like you, Audrey.
Counsel for the defense, if you
It's
please.
Santa.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence.
At once, my lord. England, Japan. It makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions. Well,
What gives
okay.
away the motive for Constable Beats?
Okay, so here I'm sort of a little bit,
Saving.
yeah, because here I'm like,
Confident, safe.
so, because what I'm thinking is like, is it this or
Yeah, I
this?
think it's the warrant card because that's the thing that says that if it's in your beat, you have to.
Yeah, here. Yeah,
you
initial
go.
investigation and help detective. Well, let's hope it's this one.
Hmm?
Okay, yeah, it's correct. We haven't used it yet anyway, so... I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan. Which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example.
Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt that the young Bobby's charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly.
But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special.
Special. How?
On account of this bouquet, my lord. Yes, this is what I meant.
Oh, yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary.
Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife. I was looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal.
He and Mrs. Beat stumble upon a crime on Bray Road. And he saw that shadowy figure through the fog. I think it's Ryu. Or
Oh.
is it not?
Oh, I
It's
think
hard, like... Okay, I just said.
Yeah.
The fog collapsed on the pavement ahead of them. What must have gone through the man's mind? But sir, just on that one particular day I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat puts up a lot of being married to a bobby like me. I want to show my dear wife how much I care.
this is the warrant card that Constable Beat offered to lend to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives.
Aha!
Constable Beat. Is that or is that not the reason why you moved the whole scene as a crime that day?
Yes. Everything you said, it's all right. So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat.
Oh!
Exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurred on Constable Beat's beat.
Good gracious! Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you've done?
It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere. As we ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. We got to report this to the station as quickly as possible. Then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigation and help detectives. Why here? Why did it have to happen here? And why tonight, of all nights? Why? It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so... I told Pat she's had to go to the nearest police box to fetch where he was on duty here. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. It's the next beat to mine, Pat. So you have to go to police box that covers this. Turn right along Mersham Street and then...
Nancy's over here like, I can't fucking believe this happened again.
This kangaroo court.
I feel like I have entered some other dimension after meeting this guy. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
oh, Constable.
I just wanted... just that one night to take my Patricia out for dinner.
Really?
Just that one night. You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street, to the east pavement of Brer Road, which falls under the neighbor's beat's care. You see, I thought... Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see.
Yeah, so many other people
I
seem to
beg
have...
your pardon?
Of course he did. Otherwise, my Rudy would never have left a poor woman on a freezing cold pavement.
Ah, I see your meaning now.
God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Oh no, Rolly, it was all my fault.
Your crimes wouldn't have been exposed if not for me!
Should I never have dropped in such a dark place.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, Rolly.
Can you tell us, Constable? How many books did you move from one side of the road to the other in total?
4 it was, yes, definitely. 4.
3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Garrett household, of course.
What made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean.
Oh, well, so that's because that's how I found it. How you found it? What do you mean? When I first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it. It's gonna be one of those yeet the knife.
Mhm.
And then, right as she was bending over to pick up the book, it just went.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
just saw
can
a
you pick up
book
what?
fall from the sky, I would try to pick it up as well.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it seems like the most logical. Like, or otherwise, because it was already in her hand. So that means it wasn't something he put in her hand. So that means that was something that happened before as the incident was happening. You're sure it was this book, The Lion's
Mhm.
Pride, that the victim was holding?
Oh yes, no doubt about it, sir.
Interesting. Eat the knife and eat someone's life. She's not dead!
I thought it was open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only 2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you look at it, it had to be fellow who ran off who done it. I thought... I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it all over the road would make a jot of difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it. My lord.
Yes, Lord Bransix.
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses. Constable, you may withdraw. Yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir. What will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him?
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in the due course.
Please, don't punish my husband. This is all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
Alright then, my...
One last thing, Constable. Sir? Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you. Yes, sir. Carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime. Huh? Never again, sir? You mean to say?
Aww.
Leave now. This trial is not yet over.
Aww. He's like the anti-Edward.
Excuse me?
Instead of like talking about paychecks and shit, he's like, I'll make sure you don't get fired. He's the
I make sure
anti-Edward.
that this someone in the gallery gets their paychecked.
Yeah. Of bottles to the face.
Sir?
This is kind of a soft spot for him, apparently. He's like, you're a good dude.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say.
I'm not a dude, man.
Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that?
Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. That the
Principle.
accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed the crime.
No.
Yes.
I'm back with the falling knife theory! No, I disagree.
Yes.
Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back. I'm gonna go with the throwing knife theory.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of the possibility already.
Lord 1-6, is this true?
I guess.
Ugh.
Whatever. Very well. Name the person if you will. Any further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objections to the trial continuing.
Okay.
You will
Do
name this
whatever.
other,
I don't care
you will not
anymore.
this other person who could have perpetrated
I'm
the crime.
sorry, my lady.
Iris?
Iris Wilson.
Iris Wilson, 10 years old.
10. Criminal.
Criminal.
I mean, look at her.
Look at
Yeah.
her. This is,
Weapon
this is the
forgery.
face of an evil mastermind.
Yes.
She looked like a first of mercy to you.
No.
Okay, yeah,
It's
it's
like
Like
shown.
between
Death.
this and this, what looks more evil?
The death.
Honestly, it's hard to say.
I know. Okay, but yeah, don't Garrett up. I'm sorry. It's not like it makes sense, Baka.
I always love how smug Iris looks in her portrait.
Yeah, she's like, I'm 10, and I'll destroy your life. The defense would
I'm
once
10
again like
and
to
I've
request...
accomplished more than you ever will.
Yeah. Committing more crimes than you ever will. Anyway, the defense would once again like to request a cross-examination of a new witness, my lord. I mean, she could probably make a machine that could send a knife
Once
flying
again.
into someone's back. I feel like she just yeeted it. My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case. It's imperative that we cross-examine in juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garrideb.
Me? Oh, sorry. Well, I don't know why what came over.
You just
Me?
really wanted
Okay.
us.
No, I don't want.
No,
Just
I don't.
really
What
want
you
it to
definitely do is just throw and sleep, definitely.
Oh God.
That request has already been denied.
But the situation is very different now. Oh, oops.
The situation is very different now. That's how you sound.
Yes, it is. Mrs. Garrideb, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
Leave me alone. At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garrideb. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road.
What of it?
You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open top-hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garrideb. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before? Yunosuke, you were engaged, Jonah, and there's not been a day I haven't regretted it, Yunosuke, in an argument. You know, that's what marriage does to you. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't recall it.
Seriously?
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there is all that Regalia said members of the jury needed to testify, didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
No, I have no recollection of saying that at all.
Oh!
Rule number 4.
He just takes it back! He's like, okay,
He got
now...
really upset.
He's
It's like, no.
no! He's like,
Nuh-uh.
oh! He's like, oh, now I'm interested. I want to hear what she has to say.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
make no mistake. You jurors are no special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process.
Not immune.
If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. But that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would we expect me to know?
What's that?
Are you joking?
Nobody's immune to justice. I know, right? Apollo justice. Okay. Sneak.
Oh fuck!
Are you saying please?
I thought I was okay now, but no.
Are you saying please, Mrs. Gardev?
Everyone is like, girl, do you mean this?
Now you'll listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. I mean, my husband's
Oh.
exception.
The poor woman.
So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife, if that's what you think. Come on now, chop chop. Do your worst.
Well, Mr. Naruto, if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
And take the stand, juror. Oh. The prosecution does not object to the defense request to cross-examine this woman.
Thank you, Lord Mansix.
I'm going to have to testify. Oh. My lord.
I couldn't, my lord.
My lord.
Sorry.
Juror number 4.
I was doing something else.
As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today. Witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary of truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware.
Oh, dear me.
So I demand your full and
Unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Gardev.
Anadul what?
You did your best.
And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels?
Certainly, my lord.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for, my lord. Okay.
Of course you did.
Leave me alone.
Epic music.
This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real.
Because you're here, you dum-dum.
Oh. I'm here, in the Old Bailey. And I'm a lawyer!
That's what I'm saying!
Shut up! I'm having my moment! Okay.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
And... Save. I think this is where we're gonna end it here for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are just a little shorter today. It's fine. It was so nice to have you. Regardless regardless of all the
If you
hiccups.
want to know, I think there's a to be continued super nearby. I'm not sure.
No,
if
that's
I'm
fine.
gonna
I
hear.
think still it's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Well, it's
Just
fine.
whatever.
I haven't been
Just
going
saying.
by them anyways, so
Yeah, I know, but
it's fine.
Okay.
It's
fine.
And to be continued is always close. Like, it could be
Yeah.
5 minutes, it could be 2 hours.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's fine. It's
Anyways.
fine. We will.
Yeah.
Anyways, we will be
Yeah.
back with this next week. We'll only be doing one next week because I have something special on Sunday. Woo! Which is birthday stream. Yay! I hope you guys will come by. It's gonna be amazing. I am sure of
that's
it.
singing. And
So yeah, I hope to see you guys for that, and all the other stuff is on my schedule on my channel. I'll also make one here on Twitch just in a moment. So with that being said, it was so nice to have you guys tonight, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Oyasumi na.
Yes, Mina.
yes, Mina.